Welcome back to my channel. Today, we are diving into the world of natural resources, specifically two of the most important ones that power our lives every day: coal and petroleum. From the electricity that lights our homes to the fuel that runs our vehicles, these resources are everywhere. But do you know how they are formed or why we are slowly running out of them? Stick around because we are going to break it down into a fun and simple way. So let's get started. Firstly, let us look at two of the most important definitions, that is, the difference between inexhaustible natural resources and exhaustible natural resources. Inexhaustible natural resources are unlimited in nature and are not likely to be exhausted by human activities. Examples are sunlight and air, whereas exhaustible natural resources are limited in nature and they can be exhausted by human activities. Example is forest, wildlife, minerals, coal, petroleum, natural gases. Basically, all the fossil fuels come under this category. Now, let us look at the definition of what are fossil fuels. Fossil fuels were formed from the remains of dead animals or dead living organisms millions of years ago. Therefore, the term fossil fuel was coined. The first type we'll be looking at is coal. Coal is hard as stone and it is black in color. Let us look at the uses. Coal is one of the fuels that is used to cook food. Earlier, coal was also used in railway engines to produce steam to run the engine. It is also used in thermal power plants to produce electricity. Coal is also used as a fuel in various industries. Apart from this, there are a lot of uses that you can mention under it. Now it's story time. Let us look at a very significant story, that is the formation of coal. Now, how was coal formed? Around 300 million years ago, the dense forests grew in low lying wetland areas. Now, these forests were buried under the soil due to activities such as flooding and other natural events that occurred. Now, layers of soil accumulated above this, and under high pressure and temperature, this plant material sank deeper. Eventually, under slow transformation, they converted to coal, and this process is known as carbonization. Coal contains many carbons, and since it was formed from the remains of vegetation, it is known as a fossil fuel. I hope this story, which is a very small story but a very significant story in the formation of coal, was clear to you. Again, to summarize, around 300 million years ago, in dense forest grew into low-lying wetland areas. The forests were buried under the soil and layers of soil accumulated under high pressure and temperature. The plant material sank deeper. This slow transformation occurred, led to the conversion of coal. This process is known as carbonization. And since it was formed from the remains of vegetation, it is known as a fossil fuel. I hope this was clear. When heated in air, coal burns and produces mainly carbon dioxide gas. Coal is produced or processed in industry to get some of the most useful products such as coke, coal tar, coal gas, etc. Coke, the first one. Coke is tough, porous, and is a black substance. It is almost the pure form of carbon, and it is used in the manufacture of steel and in the extraction of many metals. The next one is coal tar. It is a black, thick liquid with unpleasant smell. It has a mixture of around 200 substances. Products obtained from coal tar are used as a starting material for manufacturing various substances used in everyday life and in industry, like synthetic dyes, drugs, explosives, perfumes, plastic, paints, photographic material, roofing material. Naphthalene balls, which are used to repel moths and other insects, are also obtained from coal tar. These days, bitumen, a petroleum product, is also used in place of coal tar for metalling the roads. I hope this was clear. Coal gas is obtained during the process of coal to get coke, and it is used as a fuel in many industries near the coal processing plant. This is a small extra knowledge, I would rather say, given in your NCRT. Coal gas was first used for street lighting for the first time in London, that is in 1810, and in New York around 1820. Nowadays, it is used as a source of heat rather than light. First, it was used as light, but nowadays the function had changed, the use had changed, and it is used for heating purpose. The next type we are looking at, first we looked at coal and now we are looking at petroleum. We all use petrol and diesel for our vehicles, right? This is also a fossil fuel. Petrol and diesel are obtained from a natural resource known as petroleum. The word petroleum is derived from petra, that is rock, and oleum, that is oil. It is mined between the rocks under the earth. Now, how was petroleum and natural gas formed? It was formed from the remains of tiny organisms that live in the sea. After death, their bodies get settled down at the bottom and they get eventually covered with layers of sand and clay. Over millions of years, under high temperature, pressure, and a lack of air, they get transformed into petroleum and natural gas. The layers from bottom to top are typically water, which is the bottom layer, then oil, and then gas, that is the top layer. Oil and gas are lighter than water, so they float, as you already know. They are trapped beneath an impervious rock layer, which prevent them from escaping. So basically, the formation is the same between coal and petroleum, only that coal is formed from vegetation that is in the forest areas, and petroleum is formed in the sea due to the decomposition or decaying of marine animals, tiny organisms that live in the sea. They are formed under the same high temperature, high pressure, and lack of air. So, same conditions. I hope this was clear. This is a picture of the petroleum and natural gas deposits. You see reservoir rock, water, oil, and gas, the three layers. Then the impervious rock over it. And this is the well from where it is extracted. You may be asked to draw this diagram, so please study this diagram well for your exams. This is another additional knowledge that is given in your NCRT. I have put this additional knowledge so that I cover everything in your NCRT and nothing is missed out. So the first oil well was drilled in Pennsylvania, which is located in USA, in 1859. And 8 years later, in 1867, it was in Makam in Assam, oil was struck there. In India, oil is found in Assam, Gujarat, Mumbai, High, and in the river basins of Godavari and Krishna. You have to know, it's very important actually for exams to know where is oil found in India. So you have to know that oil is found in Assam, Gujarat, Mumbai High, and in the river basins of Godavari and Krishna. Refining of petroleum. Petroleum, as you know, is a dark oily liquid. It has a very unpleasant odor and it is a mixture of various constituents of petroleum, such as petroleum gas, petrol, diesel, lubricating oil, paraffin wax, that is also known as Vaseline, etc. The process of separating the various constituents or fraction of petroleum is known as refining. Very important definition you need to remember for your exam. That is, you can be asked a question like, what is refining? So, the process of separating the various constituents or the fraction of petroleum is known as refining. Where is refining carried out? It is carried out in a petroleum refinery. This is the image that I have taken from your NCRT textbook. This is the image of a petroleum refinery. Many useful substances are also obtained from petroleum and natural gas. These substances are known as petrochemicals. They are used in the manufacturing of detergents, fibers, just polyester, nylon, acrylic, etc. We normally wear these fibers, polythene, and other man made plastics. Hydrogen gas obtained from natural gas is used in the formation or the production of fertilizers, that is, urea. Due to its great commercial importance, petroleum is also known as black gold. Because of so many uses of petroleum, it is known as black gold. You know, gold is a very expensive element found in nature, so therefore it is known as black. This is a table from your NCRT which speaks about various constituents of petroleum and their uses. The first one is petroleum gas in liquid form, that is LPG. Where is LPG used? It is used to fuel our homes and industry. The next one is petrol, used for motor fuel, aviation fuel, solvent for dry cleaning. There are different uses. These are only some of them that are mentioned here. You can, the other uses I have already discussed before. You can write them here as well. Kerosene. Kerosene is used for stove, lamps, and for jet aircrafts. Diesel. Fuel for heavy motor vehicles, electric generator. Lubricating oil is used in lubrication. Paraffin wax, ointment, candles, Vaseline, etc. Bitumen, paints, road surface. All these examples you need to remember their uses. Could be asked for your exam, so very important. Study this well. Now we move on to natural gas. Why is natural gas advantageous? So why is natural gas preferred? Natural gas is easier to transport because it can be transported through pipes. It is also stored under high pressure as compressed natural gas CNG. Must have heard of this term. It stands for compressed natural gas. CNG is used to power vehicles in power generation. It is used in fuel as a fuel for transport because it is less polluting. It is a very clean fuel or cleaner fuel. The great advantage of CNG here is it is can be directly used for burning in homes and factories where it is supplied through pipes. And these network of pipes you'll find especially in the states of Gujarat, that is in Vadodara, and some parts of Delhi and other places as well. It is also used as a starting material for manufacturing some of the chemicals and fertilizers. India has vast reserves of natural gas. And in our country, it is found in Tripura, Rajasthan, Maharashtra, and in the Krishna Godavari Delta. Remember once again where it is found and the uses of natural gas. Why is natural gas more advantageous? You can be asked a question in this way as well. Some natural resources are limited. We have already seen that coal and petroleum require dead organisms, which take around 300 million years ago to convert it into fuels that we use. Therefore, we need to realize that they are exhaustible natural resources. They will not last us a lifetime. And especially burning of fuel causes a lot of air pollution, which later increases the temperature of the earth and causes global warming. So, therefore, it is necessary that we use it carefully, meticulously, and when it is absolutely necessary. This will result in better environment, sustainability, smaller risk of global warming, and most importantly, their availability for a long period of time. In India, the Petroleum Conservatory Research Association, that is PCRA, advises people to save petrol or diesel while driving. And some of the tips that they have mentioned are drive at a constant and moderate speed as far as possible, switch off the engine at traffic lights or at a place where you have to wait for long. To correct tire pressure, ensure correct tire pressure, ensure regular maintenance of the vehicle. These are some of the tips that they have put across. Also, another way to save fuel is shifting to carpooling or going by cycles. These are some of the ways that instead of using fuel for our vehicles, we can minimize the use of fuel. Let me know in the comment section some of the other sustainable measures that we can take to conserve our natural resources. I hope this chapter was clear to you. If you like this video, please don't forget to like, comment, share it with your friends, and most importantly, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more informative and for more content. Until then, see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.